Greetings and welcome from a beautiful sunny Kortrijk in Belgium. This is David Danto with UC Weekly News, and I'm standing in front of the corporate headquarters of Barco, where they're having a secret analyst event this week, where they're going to be revealing some new equipment and talking about the history of the company and the future of the company. It's going to be really exciting. I'm going to give you a little bit of a behind-the-scenes tour without revealing any of the secrets that are coming up in a week or two, but give you a feel for what it's like being here and some background and interview some of the folks here. So stay with us. It's going to be a fun show.
Notes right there. There's speakers standing there, so.
I'm standing here with my friend Dan Root of Barco. We're here at Barco's headquarters, as I said, and we've just stopped at a very interesting wall of QR codes. What is this, Dan?
Well, Dave, this is our patent wall. So these are all the individual patents that we have as a company within Barco across all of our business units. And the cool thing that we've done with this is actually you'll notice all these QR codes up there. If you want to know the details about any one of our patents, you can actually walk up, scan a QR code, and it will take you right to all the information about the IP and how we apply it.
That's a lot of patents.
Yes, we have an excess of 500 to date, and IP is something that we really focus on. And so this is something that we feel is how we lead, how we innovate, but also how we make sure to give back to the rest of the market and to the community. And so through patents and then sharing those patents, licensing, things like that, we try very hard to make sure that we are able to carve out a place in the market that is defendable for ourselves.
So I'm sitting now with Oliver Van Camp. Oliver, thank you very much for your hospitality. You're hosting a number of analysts here at your site in Kortrijk today, and I'd like to talk to you a little bit about the history of the company and some of the new products that you're launching, and maybe we'll even hint at some of the secrets that are coming. Can you tell us first where does ClickShare fit in terms of the overall Barco business? Is it one of the bigger units, one of the smaller units? What's its place in it?
So at Barco we have 6 business units. I think today they're all kind of the same size with regards of revenue attribution to the overall company. But it's clear to say that ClickShare has over the last 12 years been a rising star within the Barco environment. Taking its place as one of the rising stars and great products in the lineups.
And Barco has been around close to 100 years now. 93 is it now? And
it is 90 years, so we're 90 years old
90,
now,
okay.
with an incredible history of innovation. ClickShare being one of those great innovations 12 years ago, 13 years ago. Growing out of the cinema business, some people had a brilliant idea of transferring images over wireless connection, images and audio I must say, over a wireless connection to the personal device, and that's really how it came to be.
Okay, and a lot of people that use ClickShare understand how it works, but again, the simplicity of when it first came out, which is when you press a button on a dongle and you're able to share your screen and share your audio with the screen. It's so much more than that now, and not a lot of people who aren't using it are aware of that. You've got 4 or 5 streams of audio and video going back and forth. Tell us a little bit about how the product does that, because it's a lot of wireless going back and forth, including we saw at ISC, 8 or 10 laptops, all of them sharing their video into a conference as a demonstration.
Yeah. So yes, as I said, it started off with just an idea of sharing the laptop screen to a meeting room display over, of course, a wireless connection. But in the meantime, and certainly since the launch of ClickShare Conference, it has grown to multiple streams. I think we're up to 5 or 6 now. So we have of course, still the laptop screen being shared, so the content being shared to the base unit. We have whatever is being shared by other participants on the base unit that can come back. We call that the local view. And then you have the audio stream of the content being shared, and you have the audio and video stream of the camera and the audio in the meeting room coming back. So,
so a lot of stuff going back and forth in the room.
Absolutely, and a lot of optimizations, and that's probably where our core knowledge and capabilities come from within the engineering team, is making sure that all of those streams run optimally, losslessly, with minimal latency, and as you know, more importantly, with the audio and the video streams in sync, because if that's out of sync, it immediately ruins any experience of video conferencing or even content sharing.
Now, about a year ago, you introduced your first bar, the ClickShare bar, and tell me how that's doing and how that fits into the product line.
That's doing really well for us. So we launched that indeed as we saw the market converging, certainly for the smaller meeting rooms, into one device. We thought, well, why not try that out? And
a very familiar form factor.
Exactly, and adding the audio and the video basically to the base unit. That's how we saw it. So we had the compute. We just added the audio and the video into a front of room form factor. The real goal of that was, okay, how can we simplify the installation and the maintenance of VC equipment in those smaller meeting rooms? And we came to a solution that basically meant screwing 2 screws into the wall, hooking up the bar, adding or connecting the HDMI of the screen, powering it up, and you were set. You just plug in the button to your laptop and you're set to do a conference call.
Really good quality too. We've done a review of it. The quality is just excellent.
Exactly, and so what it actually did for us in our portfolio, because it's sitting there amongst the modular solutions, I would say, what it did for us was actually bring more visibility to that conferencing capability of ClickShare that you described. So I think a majority of the market still saw us as a wireless presentation solution. So bringing that video bar actually brought the awareness that, hey, this can also be, ClickShare can also be a conferencing solution. And that's why it's been doing so good for us.
And then I know that you were working very closely with Microsoft on this concept of BYOD, and some of the BYOD capabilities in conjunction with them have changed. You now can do speaker attribution on a BYOD. The computer recognizes that it's not in individual mode. So tell us about how that's moved forward.
So that's an interesting story. As you know, Microsoft and ClickShare for a long time were kind of polar opposites, BYOM versus Teams rooms. That changed about 2 years ago, I think, where indeed I think Microsoft also acknowledged that BYOD rooms were part of a lot of installs today, even though they might not bring the best possible and ease of use that you need in the higher end meeting rooms. But so yeah, we came closer together, ending in a partnership, and the first outcome of that partnership was, as you say, looking at how can we improve the BYOD experience, the BYOM experience in meeting rooms. Microsoft investing into their Teams client, basically making sure that when you join, you can actually join even in a BYOD room with the room system. So the USB connected device, peripheral, is recognized as a room system once you've set that up in your admin portal. And that enables you in itself to actually, or enables them, I must say, to attribute the connection to a certain room, making it clearer for remote participants that it's actually from a meeting room that you're calling, and that in that meeting room, Oliver has connected his device.
And it won't just mute out all the other voices now. It'll actually, know that it's not part of a meeting room setup, and it'll let all the other voices come through.
Exactly, and that's also how it's going to be able to do voice attribution and things like that. So yeah, absolutely. It was a first step. In the meantime, we've also announced that we're building our next generation ClickShares on top of Microsoft's Android version, so MDEP. And we're in the midst of developing that, and we have a great announcement coming up.
That's why we're all here in Kortrijk.
Exactly.
Because, we're going to be getting an announcement, and we can't really talk that much about it. Can you share with us what the internal product name was? I know you can't talk about the product until, and I'll have a link down here so you can get the announcement. I know there's a webcast, and we'll try and get that link for you and put it on the edited video here. But what do you call it internally? What's the secret name for it?
So, being a Belgian company, we use within ClickShare we use Belgian beer names as project names. We've had some fantastic beers in the past as projects, and specifically this platform is being called Duvel, the Duvel project. So Duvel is a high alcohol containing blonde beer, but if anyone wants to try it, I can only advise it. Yeah, very good.
And you're shipping the product with the Duvel, or no? I'm sorry. Maybe not.
Not really. No. That's too difficult from a logistics perspective. No, but we're set to launch it. So certainly follow, click the link and follow our webinar. Our launch webinar will be close.
And you're showing it at Infocom, correct?
We'll be showing the devices live at Infocom. Yeah, we'll have multiple setups there. So you can play around with it. I think it's not just showcasing our capabilities and the next step of incremental innovation on top of what we've been doing for 13 years now, but it's also lifting up, peeking behind the curtains. I would say we're also bringing the renowned ClickShare experience to new segments in the market.
That's great. Thank you very much. I appreciate the time.
Very well. Thank you, David, for joining us as well.
Love to be here. Okay. Wow, what are these?
Well, Dave, I'm not sure if you're familiar, but the history of Barco is that we were the Belgian-American radio company, and that was what we started as in the 30s. And so we have some examples of the different technologies that we've been involved with over the years here at headquarters. And you're seeing some of the record players and radios that we did first early on, and then over here a little bit later on into the 50s and up into the 70s. We were working on TVs and then also into projection. We also did personal computing right around that same time.
I recognize that projector.
Then we have a few more units spread around the area, and we actually just did for our 90th birthday last year a build challenge. So there are actually a couple original early 30s radios that the different offices went and rebuilt, and they took different approaches to it. So there's one that's here in Kortrijk that is new components inside of the old Barco, which is fantastic because it's a 1930s box that you can go and listen to Sirius XM radio on if you want. And then we have another one over in Duluth, and Duluth actually did it completely with the original parts. So that one is a full original Barco early 1930s vintage radio that we have running and listen to in the lobby of the Duluth office quite regularly.
Here, Gauthier is showing Barco's brand new product that they're announcing in about a week or two, and I can't share it with you because it's a secret, but I can tell you that it's coming and it's awesome. So that's it for UC Weekly News this week from Kortrijk, Belgium. My name is David Danto. Thank you very much for watching and joining us. We'll see you on next week's show.